One of the most difficult things to discuss is why there's a difference between how we think we should behave versus how we think others should behave. This gets tricky pretty fast. For example, a belief that one shouldn't wear mixed fabrics in the way it is in ancient Jewish law is a pretty absurd thing to ask of other people outside the group. But most would agree that no one should be allowed to harm someone for no reason. We agree that certain things are just not done in a modern civilized society. But when push comes to shove, things are never as cut and dry as we like to imagine. Even within our more localized communities, like a church group, or political organization, or a club, or your family, we realize that ideas we personally think are obvious are not so clear and defined when other perspectives are concerned. And thank God for that, because without others to challenge the notions we take for granted, we are never allowed the opportunity to evolve beyond the thoughts in our own heads. Sadly, many of us seek out people who think like us instead of those who think differently. I'm as guilty of this as anyone. Although I've spent the majority of my life seeking out different perspectives and ways of thinking, I find myself exhausted by the struggle to reconcile my own values with those of others. Many times I've spent hours debating some finely edged point with someone I know to be intelligent and open-minded, only to realize, after all that arguing, we were fundamentally stating the same thing, just from different perspectives and different life experiences. And what other variations exist in all our thought processes? We are a species doing all we can to clarify our own values, while trying to interact with all the different people we have to live with. If you're anything like me, there are countless times you've wanted to go hide in a cave where we can live in our own world, without having to translate our thoughts to others within the simplistic concept of language, and in turn have to translate other people's thoughts back to ourselves. It's tiring, especially to those of us who spend so much time thinking about how everything works. But that is also how we realize the importance of human interaction. Its mere difficulty is a sign that we should do it more. Not just with those who think similar enough to ourselves that the translation is easier, but also to those who think so differently that they seem absolutely crazy. We are all similar creatures, with similar wants and needs and drives. We are intelligent beings, with the ability to reason and to imagine beyond ourselves. Life is a brief spark in the age of the universe, so I intend to do all I can with it, to live and love and discover everything I can in this limited time. Because whether it's the only life I have, or one in a series of lives, I intend to break down every wall between me and understanding. And a huge chunk of that may come from someone I talk to, who looks at things completely different than me. All I have to do is endeavor to be open to it when it comes. I'm the Urban Omnist, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Oh, and tell me what you think of the glasses. I'm trying it out.